Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song by the Beatles called She Loves You. And we start out on an E minor chord. When we play E minor, first finger goes to the A string on the 2nd fret, the second finger on the D string 2nd fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really sad. And then on the E minor, though, you may want to think about adding in the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd, pinky on the high E string 3rd, kind of making that an E minor 7. Or you'll hear this cool little lick through the verse chorus, where on the E minor, you do the high E on the 3rd fret as kind of an E minor chord. And then you kind of go to 2nd fret on the high E string for an E minor 9, and then kind of resolve that to an E minor. So that's some other E minor options through the song. And then from the E minor, we'll be going to an A major chord. When we play A major, first finger goes to the D on the 2nd fret, the second finger on the G string 2nd fret, and third finger on the B string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the 2nd finger, kind of making that an A7 chord, or if you're slightly offended. You could readjust the fingers and put the pinky in on the high E string on the 3rd for an A7 chord. And then from the A, we go into a C major chord. We play C major. First finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret, and the third finger on the A string 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now while you're on C's, it can be kind of cool to lift off the first finger, make that a C major 9, or you could have the pinky in on the 3rd fret, make that or C major 7, or you could add the pinky in on the 3rd for a C major 9. Or another way to play C major 9. We'll be doing first finger on the D string 2nd, second finger on the A string 3rd, third finger on the B string 3rd, and the pinky on the high E string 3rd. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that's another way you can play your C major chord. It sounds really, really happy. And then from the C, we'll be going to a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, the second finger on the A string, second finger on the low E string 3rd, and third finger on the high E string 3rd. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now on G's, you may want to think about putting the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd, pinky on the high E string 3rd. And that's another way you can kind of work your G major chord through the song. Now strumming wise, you may want to work just downs, kind of an 8 down idea. It could be kind of a cool idea to kind of keep that really sneaky through that intro. And I'm kind of adding in a little bit of right hand muting to kind of make that interesting. So kind of an 8 down on each chord can be cool. Or one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, down, up. So to the E minor and tried that, you'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. So we tried that through our intro. We'd have the E minor down, up, down, E minor. Is kind of a down, up, down, up, down, up. So you'd have E minor, E minor, C, G, through that intro part. And then from the intro, we'll be going into our first verse chorus. And we start off on G major, and then we go to E minor, and then we go to a B minor chord. Play B minor. Normally you do this as a 2nd fret bar, the second finger on the B string 3rd, third finger on the D string 4th, and the pinky on the G string 4th fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a B minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the pinky, making that a B minor 7. Or another way to play B minor 7, we'll be doing first finger on the A 2nd, second finger on the G string 2nd, third finger on the high E 2nd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a B minor 7. Or if you're kind of digging on that C major non-voicing, you can do first finger on the A 2nd, second finger on the G string 2nd, third finger on the B string 3rd fret, and the pinky on the high E string 3rd fret for a B minor. And then from the B minor, we go to a D major chord. We play D major. First finger goes to the G string 2nd fret, second finger on the high E 2nd fret, and third finger on the B string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now, you may also want to think about lifting off the 2nd finger and making that a D suspended 2nd, or adding in the pinky and making that a D suspended chord, actually kind of on the high E string. And then from the D, we go to a G major, and then E minor, and then B minor, and then D major. But then we go to G major twice, and then E minor twice, but then we go to an A minor chord. When we play A minor, first finger goes the B on the first fret, second finger on the D string second fret, and third finger on the G string second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor, and it sounds really, really sad. Now on the A minor, you may want to think about lifting off the third finger and making that an A minor 7. Or you can take the pinky and kind of put it in on the high E string on the third, making an A minor 7 that way too. And then from the A minor, we go to our D major. And so if we tried our whole verse chorus through with our strum pattern, we'd have the G down, down, D minor, E minor, verse chorus. Now something else I think about adding to the song though is bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down, of the down, down, up, down, or the down, up, down, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the G you have low E for the bass, on the E minor you have low E for the bass, on the B minor you have the A for the bass, and on the D you'd have the D for the bass, and on the A major for our intro, and the A minor, and the C major you'd have the A string for the bass. So we try that next verse chorus with kind of a bass down, up, down, up. We'd have G with low E bass, E minor, B minor, D major, G with low E bass, E minor, low E bass, B minor with an A bass, D with a D bass, G with low E bass, G with low E bass, and we got kind of that E minor. A minor with an A bass, D with a D bass. Verse chorus, and we're going into our first bridge part, which is kind of like a little variation of our intro. We got our E minor, and then A, but then we go to C and kind of do a C, 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 kind of 3 hits, and then we pick it back up on our D chord, and our G at the very end, and next G. And then from there, we're going into our last verse chorus. Now what you may want to do is kind of mix up all these different ideas though, and kind of find a way that works for you. Or if you know there are licks around these chords or other ways to play these tunes, feel free to kind of take this lesson and embellish it any way you want to. Bridge, and it's kind of like an outro bridge. The C hit kind of comes back a couple times. So we got our E minor, A, we got our C hit, and then D, G, and then back to E minor, and then our C hit again, and then back to D, G, E minor, and then our C hit. But then we have a kind of a big D chord, and then from there, then we go into kind of our outro, and our outro kind of works the same ideas. We got the G, G, E minor, C, C, and we got a big G at the very, very end. But that's the basics of how you can strum through "She Loves You" by the Beatles. So, good luck.